The first time you start Cinema 4D, this is the interface you'll be seeing. Now, if you haven't used the application before, I know this may feel and seem a little too intimidating at first. But trust me, by the time you reach the end of the series, you'll be able to understand and actually work with all these different tools you see in front of you. So let's start with the basics. The interface of Cinema 4D is divided into different sections called managers. Each manager is responsible for a specific task. Towards the top right corner of the screen, you see the Objects Manager. The Objects Manager is responsible for displaying every single object you create inside of Cinema 4D. These will include things like actual 3D models you create, reference files, lights, floors, skies, you name it. Whatever you create in Cinema 4D will first have to exist inside the Objects Manager. Underneath the Objects Manager, you have your Attributes Manager. The task of the Attributes Manager is to display settings or the attributes of whatever you have selected. Right now, because we haven't selected anything, because we don't have anything in the scene, it shows us the settings or the attributes of the actual project. These will include things like the units that we use, the frame rate, the color of the default objects that we create, and more. To the left of the Attributes Manager is the Coordinates Manager. The Coordinates Manager will show us information such as position, scale, and rotation of objects. And to the left of the Coordinates Manager is the Materials Manager, where we'll see all the materials we create within the scene. Right above the Materials and the Coordinates Managers is your Timeline area. This is the area you'll be using a lot when it comes to creating and previewing animations. Right above the timeline, this massive area in the center is called the Viewport. The Viewport is perhaps the most important part of the interface. Using the Viewport, you'll be able to preview what you create. You can think of the Viewport almost like a window that opens into your 3D world. You'll be able to see animations that you create in here, you'll do quick renders here, and more. Right above and to the left of the Viewport are some set of tools which we will be talking about in a lot more detail later on. And above the tools at the top, you see the main menu. In the next chapters, we'll be talking about how to actually use these different tools and panels in a lot more detail.